The world of track and field finally opened up for the 2023 indoor season at various meets across the country. Meets at Clemson, Texas Tech, Arkansas, Kentucky, New York City. Tons of NCAA and pro athletes all took to the track for their first meet of the year. But two ladies threw down marks that had a bit more implications than simply just season opening times and rust busters. These performances will really have an influence on what will happen much later in the summer, and specifically when we get to the World Championships later in 2023. First off, Britton Wilson of Arkansas. Now, Wilson is already the 2022 NCAA champion at 400-meter hurdles and 5th place finisher at the World Championships in Oregon. But at the Arkansas Invitational this past weekend, Wilson ran the 600 meters in a time of 1 minute 25.16 seconds. She finished just behind her training partner Shamir Little, who ran 1 minute 24.65 seconds. And Little finished 4th place in the 400-meter hurdles at the World Championships and is actually the 2015 silver medalist in the hurdles. Now, Wilson's time broke the NCAA record of 1 minute 25.80 seconds set by Athing Mu back in 2021. It also made Wilson the 10th fastest woman in the history of the event. Those accolades are, of course, all significant, but more importantly, this shows that Wilson has essentially not lost a step. And if anything, she has drastically improved. She ran 1:30.34 seconds in the 600 meters at the start of last year's indoor season. So if this opener is any indication of what she might do in 2023, we might be in for some huge surprises. We'll come back to Wilson in just a second, but let's move over to Abby Steiner now. So Steiner was opening up her 2023 season at the Rod McCravey Memorial in Kentucky. Steiner is of course a pro now running for Puma, but she won both the NCAA indoor and outdoor 200-meter championship titles last year and went on to finish 5th place at the World Championships in Oregon. But here in 2023, Steiner opened up in the 400 meters in a time of 51.70 seconds. She was a full 1.5 seconds ahead of the 2nd place finisher, so this was a very comfortable win. She also ran second leg on a 4x4 just a few hours later at that same meet. Now, her 400-meter time isn't anything fast or something to go crazy about, and this was even an oversized track, so not the normal banked indoor tracks. But this is still very significant as this was the first 400-meter race that Steiner had run since 2015. And with that, of course, it's a personal best. But just to give a bit of context on this performance, in 2018, Sydney McLaughlin ran her first NCAA 400 in 51.44 seconds. Last year, Britton Wilson ran her first 400 in 53.64, and then Talitha Diggs also last year opened up with 52 seconds flat. So I know they're all in different years and Steiner's a pro and all these different things, right? But Steiner is really on par with some of the other top 400-meter runners in the United States. So let's bring it full circle. Both amazing season openers for Wilson and Steiner, but what are the larger implications for these women and really for the United States as a whole? Well, of course, this has to do with what they'll both be doing in the 400 meters and the 4x4 this year. So as we've seen the past couple years, the United States has unfortunately been lacking just a bit when talking about pure 400-meter runners outside a couple notable names, right? Such as Talitha Diggs or something like that. But because of that, just over the past 3 championships, Doha, Tokyo, and Oregon, we have seen the United States use a majority of non-400-meter runners on the 4x4 relay. Sydney McLaughlin and Dalilah Muhammad, Athing Mu, Britton Wilson, and of course Abby Steiner as well. All these ladies primarily focus on their other events, right? From the 400 hurdles to the 800 to the sprints, but they've been tapped to contribute their talents to the 4x4 relay. Wilson and Steiner are really already starting off 2023 arguably better than they did in 2022, and so I expect them to both continue getting better and significantly improve their 400-meter performances both indoors and outdoors. That will of course almost guarantee that they'll again be placed on the 4x4 relay at the upcoming World Championships in Budapest this year. Now, of course, this isn't technically some new revelation since we all could have predicted them on the 4x4 already. But what that means is potentially one less spot for a pure flat 400-meter runner on the relay. If you check out the recent video I did discussing the problem with the 2024 Olympic schedule in Paris, the women's 400-meter final and the 4x4 heats are on the same day, which already complicates things for these 400-meter women. So if we're already seeing a continuation of the non-400-meter specialists dominating the event, then many ladies may be on the outside looking in when it comes to the 4x4 relay during another championship year. In 2022, Britton Wilson ran 4x4 splits of 48.60, 49.39, and 49.72. while Abby Steiner ran splits of 48.78, 48.92, and 49.99. These were easily some of the fastest relay legs of the year, only behind names like Sydney McLaughlin and Femke Bol. So now with Wilson's 600 opener and Steiner's 400 opener, we could only imagine what times they'll be on pace to run in 2023. So let me know what you think of both Britton Wilson and Abby Steiner, and if you think we'll see them both reach new heights in 2023 in not only the 400 and the 4x4, but also their event specialties in the 400 hurdles and 200 as well. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and be back again next time. Thanks for watching.